sun's starting to set now over Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. Jose Peraza comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Jose Peraza.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, they come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
They come off of what was overall an unsuccessful homestand. You can't afford to have a losing record when you're playing in your own building, so they're going to need to turn it around because they've got a tough stretch of road games coming up.
Therefore, it is Hayward now, 1 away. Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, you've always got to look out for a guy like Joey Votto. He's gone deep 5 times in the last 10 ball games. Clearly, he's seen the ball really well right now.
So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Well, Matt, with Ross behind the plate, hitters know they need to expand the strike zone a little bit. He likes to ring it up when it's on the black or even a little off of it.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. In time to first, and there are 2 away. And with that, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, when you talk about elite defensive outfielders, this guy's at the top of anyone's list. Jason Hayward can cover ground. He's got an unbelievable arm. And when you're talking about defensive runs saved, there aren't a lot better.
There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball, 1-0. And speaking of the National League's home run leaders, there they are on your screen. That's lifted the other way out to left. Rasmus is camped under this one, and he will put it away to retire the side. Darren James could really open this lead up early if he can deliver here with the bases juiced.
Mike, you can. These chances are sometimes few and far between. You got to make the most of them, and a big hit here could really change the feeling of this game.
Yeah. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. And Eric, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take production like that anytime you can get it. It makes a starter's life easier. Heck, it makes your whole staff breathe easier.
Hey, let's go, big fella.
1-1, here it comes. Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. Base hit.
Look,
1 run scores. The relay. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. And they will tag him out between first and second. Devin Mesoraco settles in for his first at-bat, and he'll be looking to break out in this one. Not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
That evens it up, 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit to first. Oh, and he takes his eye off it there as it goes right past him into right.
And on the mound, here's where you got to keep pitching like it's a 1-run game. You never want to get in that relaxed mode where you think, I've got some cushion. I can afford to give up some hits. That'll spell disaster.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
Go out there, huh?
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. hit to third.
Hey, turn it.
To second for one. On to Rizzo, and it's a double play.
Batting sixth, right fielder.
Jerry Mendez gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Into the windup and the pitch.
Hey, get ahead right here.
Hey. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
That's a major league curveball there. Now, let's take a while to get used to, believe me.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1.
Tough pitch right there. That's 96 in on the hands. You just got to let that one go.
Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. None left for Cincinnati. They trail here 4-0. Stephen Herman will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Hey, we got nobody.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
He's fallen behind now. 3-1. Phil Hampton, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. Swing and a liner. Foul. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Rasmus has it in his tracks. He's got it one away. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league in that department right now. Every time he takes a hill, this ball club has a great chance to walk away with a W. We'll see if he can wrap up another one for him here in this one.
And some problems defensively as they allow him to reach first safely. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Darren James has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer, and as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
You know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well, and in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like, but there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Jose Peraza is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Baez has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with Darren James, the hitter now. He was gunned down at second, attempting to stretch a single his first time up.
You know what? I'm not sure if that was on him or the first base coach, but it obviously didn't work out. It took a good throw to get him, though.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Hit on the ground to short. Hampton over to his left. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They lead it 4-0.
Leading off the fourth inning, left fielder Sam Foreman.
Sam Foreman will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Well, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters he's faced, so that's a pretty good percentage because we're into the middle innings right now.
Hey, we got no outs.
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Well, let's take a look at this check swing here in show motion. From this speed, it almost always looks like the guy goes around. Here, well, it looked like a good call down there at third base. I think that bat did break the plane, and that is a strike.
Hey, we got one out here.
In is Joey Votto now. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Maybe a good opportunity here to show him a changeup, give him a different look.
1-2. Here it comes. Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
Well, what's the best way to make sure that cleanup guy doesn't get to hit with runners on base? How about back-to-back strikeouts? That'll do the job.
The catcher, Devin Mesoraco, stands in.
That's a ball.
And he lays off there, 1-0.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Come on, guys.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and two gone here in the inning. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More ahead from Great American Ballpark right after this. Brian Rivers will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Well, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Right now, fellas, right
Big
now.
swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
To the bag with himself is Rizzo for the out.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Jerry Mendez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1.
Hey!
1-2 now as that's in there at the knees.
Seems like it's been a fairly consistent pattern. Hard stuff early, soft stuff late. But these guys don't seem to have caught on yet.
It's a pretty standard operating procedure, too. But they just look lost up there.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
High and deep to straightaway right. Back goes Hayward, still going back. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the first 5. Phil Hampton will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Hayward is there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The pitcher, number 53.
Eric Allison will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 27, Eric Allison.
They have him right here.
And that's in there for strike 1.
And I wish more guys would pitch like this. I mean, look at that pitch count right there. That is really low for this stage of the game, and it's because he's throwing strikes and challenging guys.
Dribbled to the right side. Throw is up the line as it gets away. And lucky for them, the right fielder's there to back up the throw.
The batter, number 9.
Jose Peraza will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. First delivery to him on the way. Hit hard up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Eat it.
Sam Foreman will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Strike 2 on the curveball. 0-2.
Boy, things are going from bad to worse so far. He's looking completely lost up there.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by him.
Hey, now we've got 2.
In is Joey Votto now. Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike 1. And this is swung on and missed as they jump ahead of Votto here. 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Trying to strike him out for the second time.
That's ball 2.
Breaking ball somehow misses the outside. 2-2.
That's a good idea, 1 and 2 right there, just to see if he'd chase. But now with the count even, I think this one has to be in the strike zone because you don't want to run the risk of loading the bases for the cleanup guy.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Reds strand a couple. They're down 4-0. Jack Leathersich is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Jack
Darren James will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Well, he's done some pretty good damage in clutch situations with 2 RBIs in this game already.
And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing.
0-1.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. There to take it is Votto, and there's one gone. Leading off the inning, Devin Mesoraco, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base because they've been held in check all game.
The windup and the 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. Bryant will wait on it, 1 away. So he's still got his shutout working here in the 7th, and with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Brian Rivers is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
And you go back to the call on that very first pitch, how important that was. Now instead of a 1-1 count, you're at 2-0 with a really dangerous hitter up there.
Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder
Jerry Mendez, ready to take another shot, went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
0-1's the count.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, nothing in 1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark.
Wow, look at the stop by Rizzo. It's in time.
No way. That was awesome.
Another look at the fine play at first that concludes matters here in the inning. Thursday night baseball rolls on. We'll have more. Stephen Herman will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. And he finds the black here with a curveball. 2-1.
Here we go now. Let's go.
Right on the corner. 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Hit hard on the ground to second. A quick out number 1.
up next for Cincinnati, the shortstop,
Phil Hampton steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
One away.
Oh, tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. But a foul ball here, 0-1.
All right, come on now.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind in a count like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. I mean, he probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk. Ramon Cabrera will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. Hits ball 1.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
Not close. It's 2-0.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
The batter, number 9.
Jose Peraza gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
Kind of interesting to see how he's going to respond to this situation that he's worked himself into.
Yeah, he hasn't found himself in too many tough spots, but he's got one now.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is.
No, that's down.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Well, that's a good take there with 2 strikes. That wasn't an easy one to lay off of.
And this one is past him, and that could be a run. And it is a run. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. And that misses ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning. Sam Foreman will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. He'll run this down in foul territory, and here comes the runner from third. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly as they cut the lead in half, 4-2 now. Joey Votto will step in now, representing the potential tying run.
And keep in mind, he is the team leader in home runs, so if anyone's got a shot of getting one out of here, it's him.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do any.
Right side, hit hard. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Jordan Walden will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Addison Russell will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, a real good performance, as you'll see in his final line. He gave him 7 2/3 good innings, and he was definitely the difference in this one.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones.